Clive, talk to me a little bit about that Spurs performance. And one thing that I noticed at the weekend, Erik Ten Hag saying that the way to get the best out of Marcus Rashford is to make him happy again. So is that what you have to do with Heung-min Son as well?
Yeah, I think so. And I think that, the two times that they've asked questions of him by leaving him on the bench, he's responded brilliantly. Coming off, as Sam rightly said, coming off the bench against Leicester, he scores 3. Coming off the bench yesterday against West Ham, he scores again. And his game's been poor this season by the standards that he's set over a number of years now. And yeah, he looks happy. Well, he looks happy when he scores. Listen, every striker's happy when they score. And it was that partnership again. Harry did brilliantly to make the pass to him, but he took it superbly, and that will boost his confidence massively. It was a big result for Spurs.
Massive result in a massive game, because the West Ham game is important, especially to West Ham fans, actually, but also to Tottenham fans as well, Clive. Where do they get the consistency from? Because one week it's up, next week it's down. They can depress you, Spurs. They can bore the life out of you. And then they've got some terrific characters like Son and, of course, Harry Kane that can light up any stadium. I did the Milan game in midweek. And, they played okay in the game. But, that's a big, big tie for them now as well, isn't it? Where do they get the consistency from? How do they do that?
Well, I think that certainly you're absolutely right. The inconsistency is so frustrating. I think we was as good as we've been for a long time against Man City. Then we have a really dismal performance against Leicester, an okay performance against Milan. And then obviously it was a big result yesterday. You're just waiting for the whole thing to set light in respect of the way they play the game, the being on the front foot, and playing in the manner that they did against Man City has to be the way forward. It was exciting. I think you're getting your front players into the game a lot quicker. When the build-up was slow, and it was in the first half yesterday, a little bit frustrating once again. Crowd were a little bit uneasy because of the way they were playing. And I think that's something they've got to be maybe just a little bit more expansive, playing quicker, playing forward, getting it to your front players.
Clive, I want to ask the other side of this as well, because I'm looking at the bottom of the table at the moment. West Ham are 18th now. What do you think they need to do? I mean, I always look at big teams like this and I think, look, they might drop in, but they'll save themselves. They'll manage to get out. They've got so much talent in that side. What's not clicking for them at the moment?
Well, I think it's goals. I think that they will be disappointing. Their first half performance was decent. Declan Rice drove the team brilliantly. There was a few half chances. Jared Bowen had an opportunity. Soufal nearly got on a cross shot. And they just can't find the back of the net, I think, consistently. I think David Moyes would be reasonably happy with the performance. He'd be bitterly disappointed with the result. But it's going to be some. I still think up to Crystal Palace in 12th place that any team could be in the bottom 3. The way it's going, it's going to be a sensational finish to the end of the Premier League in terms of relegation.
Yeah, there's 8 points between them at the moment. West Ham are 20 points, and then where you're talking about Crystal Palace in 12th, they're on 28, I think, or does that say 26? It might even say 26.
26
actually.
It is, yeah. 6 points, that's all it is.
You're
2
right.
wins.
Wow, even tighter.
It's tight.
It is, isn't it? Makes it all exciting because, Clive, the thing is, we always talk about the Premier League as being the best league in the world, and this is why we love it so much, because the weekend's results shook everything up. It means Tottenham now are 4th, Newcastle with their loss are 5th. Are you backing Spurs to finish in the top 4 this season?
I've always said right from the start of the season it was imperative, from a financial angle, Spurs need to be in Champions League football again next season. They're not going to win the Champions League. I don't think that's an extravagant statement, but certainly they need top 4 finish. I think they've got to be looking over their shoulder. Liverpool have seemed to have turned the corner. I think they're coming with a charge. Newcastle having a sticky period. Fulham have been outstanding. Got to say, Fulham have been quite brilliant the way that they've moved into 6th place. So again, I think that 4th Champions League spot is up for grabs. It really is.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods, Monday to Wednesday mornings 6 till 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.